Okay, so here's the turbo setup, guys, that I've been playing with. I keep talking about. I got the fan in front of the radiator to help that because I'm in a really hot environment out here and doing inside the garage. You can see how I've got the AFM rigged up to the intake of the turbo right in there. Okay, got the turbo hooked up to the down pipe, hooked up to a temporary muffler, right? Um, I've got a oil line that goes to the oil pressure sending unit, and it tees off that. It's got the adapter that lets you drive the pressure sensor and the thing. I've got the turbo mounted to the exhaust manifold. I'm using a stock EFI system. I've added the potentiometer to the temperature sensor for the EFI so I can richen the mixture up based on that. I've got a vacuum gauge hooked up to this port here. I have this port, I'm using that port for my positive crankcase ventilation because this stock EFI put that hole for this PCV valve right in line with this charge pipe. I had to put a little bung on there, you can see it, to seal that off. I've got the charge pipe installed to the exit from the turbo. This, I'm not sure what this goes for on the turbo system, but obviously I had to plug that up. That was a huge vacuum leak or pressure leak or whatever kind of leak you want to call it. This was a real battle getting this thing on, but I got it to fit onto the throttle body. So anyway, that's the setup. I wish I could show you how hard it is to spin, but that compressor wheel does not want to spin very easily. You can stick your finger there and you can spin it with your finger like that. I don't think you could ever do one of those and it would spin. From my understanding, the rebuilder told me that this is a Garrett turbocharger and it uses a carbon seal. So they replaced the center housing, the CHRA housing, some other rotating assembly. They replaced that, and apparently it comes with a carbon seal and it's very tight. So, yeah, I don't know. Seems like it should spin easier than it does. But again, I'm probably going to take this whole turbo off. It's easy to remove because there's just the 4 bolts bolting it there, and disconnect the J pipe and unhook this charge pipe and that inlet right there. Take it back to the guy and say, is this really supposed to be this tight? I mean, like I said, you can spin it with your finger. You can stick your finger and spin that impeller, but you're certainly not going to go in there and just free spin it like that and have it spin up. The wastegate is right here. That seems to be that's a really stiff spring. I can't really open that very easily, so I assume all the gas is flowing through the turbo and not through a wastegate. Anyway, it's kind of late now. I'll run it again tomorrow. I'm going to break out the blunts and smoke it. I want to make sure I don't have any air leaks in here. I don't think I do, because while it's running, I'll get down to about 20 inches of vacuum, idle, and most of the time, I never saw it go into positive pressure when I was revving it up pretty high. Now, again, I don't know that much about this stuff. It seems to be, from what I've read, in order to get positive pressure, that thing's got to really be spinning fast. And that thing's not going to spin fast unless the engine is working really hard, i.e. making a lot of heat energy and a lot of exhaust. And you're not going to make a lot of heat energy and a lot of exhaust just by revving it up. I don't know if that makes any sense. It seems to me if you're revving it up, the exhaust is going out and it should spin. But again, I don't know anything about turbos. This is just a real learning experience for me. But anyway, like I said, we'll run this tomorrow. I'll get out and crank it up, let you hear it, let you watch, and we'll see. I probably should be, if I really want to monitor the boost that this thing's making, I might move this location to over here. That will give me what it's really doing. I mean, right now, as soon as you close the throttle, obviously you're going to go into vacuum again. So maybe a smarter move to see if the turbo is actually generating boost would be to hook my vacuum gauge to here, just block that off, and then I'll know what the servo is doing. So I'll do that for the video as well. I'll just toggle from back and forth between these two to show you what I'm talking about. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. They're supposed to be launching a SpaceX flight here in a few minutes, so let's go see if that's getting ready to go off. I better make sure that flywheel's on there tight. All right, more later. Thanks for watching.